Semen retention will make you a winner, and this is true, and this is something I've realized in my own journey. The reason it's gonna make you a winner is because what starts to happen, guys, when you hop on this journey and you really start to make it a lifestyle for yourself, what starts to happen is that at a point, man, when you do this long term, at a certain point, you can see so clearly, and pleasure, I'm not saying pleasure is bad, but pleasure that doesn't help you move forward in life, you stop being interested in it. You're able to see through it. And at a point, let's say the dirty websites, guys, if you've been on semen retention for this long, like when I even think about watching the dirty websites, it's like, it disgusts me almost. Like there's a repel to it. It's like, it's almost like that, you know? And that's the case with so many things. The case for alcohol, for an example. I quit drinking alcohol 1.5 years ago. I no longer drink, and I don't even want to drink. It's like, I don't even want it. It's not even hard for me to not drink, right? And I've seen this happen again and again. And this is a very slow process. If you start to integrate semen retention into your lifestyle, at a certain point, guys, like, you just want to do things that level you up every single day, right? You start to rewire your brain in such a way that you gravitate towards growth. When you hop on semen retention, you're forced to level up. It's just what I've noticed in my own journey and so many other men as well. It's like, it doesn't just happen like this. If you've been doing this, you've never really gone past a week, you're still kind of stuck in vices. It takes some time, right? You can't just undo habits in one go. It takes some time to undo it. But as you'll notice, year after year after year, you're making progress. You're winning, right? Every single day I wake up and I'm happy and I'm winning in life, right? I feel as if, you know what, we have, like, we're either a winner or a loser. We're either killing it or we're kind of messing up, right? There's no real in between. And when you hop on semen retention, you naturally become a winner. I've realized so many things, guys, like your ability to think bigger, your ability to think, when you're constantly draining yourself, what starts to happen, guys, is that when you constantly drain yourself, I remember this back in the day as well. When I would drain myself, when I would release too much, or I would just be in low-level emotions, sometimes I would get some inspiration, like a big goal. But pretty much in no time, my mind is like, no, you can't do that. And I'm like, yeah, that's too much. I could never be that guy, right? But when you hop on this journey of semen retention, guys, you're able to think big, and you're actually like, you know what? I can do that. I can pull that off, right? You're able to think bigger and actually take action towards the thing. Semen retention drives action. When you take action, you build confidence because you're either succeeding when you take action or you're failing. You're never really failing because you learn from the failures and you're able to progress and you're able to build more confidence and you're able to build this winning momentum. And you slowly become a winner because you're doing tiny things, small daily wins every single day that level you up day in, day out, day in, day out. You're no longer draining yourself. You're no longer, right? You're constantly on semen retention. When you're constantly on semen retention, this is what I've realized for myself, guys. You're emotionally stable. Like, these shameful thoughts and these guilty thoughts, they don't hit you as much anymore. Sure, here and there's still some self-doubt. But over time, this will transcend more and more. And because that's no longer in the way, you can just keep going. There is no wall in front of you anymore. Right? And this is what I've sensed back in the day as well. It's like, I wanted to progress, but it's as if I was hitting this wall constantly. I couldn't push through. And I tried with all my willpower and effort, but I couldn't push through because my own mind was stopping me, right? We can only go as far as we think we can go. And this is, this really takes some introspection because when you set out to do something, right? You want to move forward in life. You want to achieve a goal, let's say. You have to tap into a part of yourself that knows that can do it. Even if it's just a tiny little part, because if it's not there, you're not going to take action. And semen retention is going to help you with that because you're no longer draining yourself and you become emotionally stable. You become an emotional rock. You're just doing the thing you need to do every single day. And when you drain yourself, right, you become more of this emotional roller coaster. It's like, oh, I feel good again, finally. And like, bam, here you go again and you're back. And it's like, oh, now you're guilty and you're all this and you're all messed up again. Right? Doesn't happen on semen retention. You're good every day, man. Sure, you still experience negative emotions here and there, of course. We're human, but you're able to handle it. It's like the minority, guys. Personally, for my day-to-day life, I would say 80 to 90% of my thoughts are good thoughts, man. Thoughts of empowerment, of purpose, of drive, of inspiration. And maybe like 10-20% is negative thoughts, right? Think about that for yourself a little bit. Like, is the majority of your thoughts negative on a day-to-day or positive? Right? Over time, you want to obviously change it to the majority being positive, because that means, right, you become rooted in that empowerment. But like, I'm serious, guys. If you hop on semen retention and you do the action, right? Because as a man, you need to have a purpose. If you don't know your purpose, you need to discover it. This should be your priority. The reason this should be your priority is because if you're a man that has a masculine essence, which 90% of men do, according to the author of the book, The Way of the Superior Man, David Deida, 90% of men have more of a masculine core. If you don't have a purpose, if you don't have a life mission, and it doesn't need to be something big, it needs to be something you're striving for. That needs to be the most important thing in your life. And the reason I'm saying this is because this is what brings the fulfillment within yourself. If you're a man and you lack purpose, and maybe you're chasing girls, you're chasing pleasure, right? You're gonna feel that emptiness, that weakness within yourself. And I'm talking from experience here. Because when I didn't have purpose, when I felt quote unquote lost, I didn't know what to do, deep down inside, man, you kind of feel low confidence. It's very hard to feel confident if you're a man and you're not on your purpose. It's hard. And it's the best feeling ever if you are on your purpose. It's like you will tap into a strength within yourself that is just, it's like, this is what I've realized for myself, guys. Like, wow, we as men, we need purpose. And like, this is literally the goal of your whole existence. It's your purpose. If you don't have a purpose, you need to discover it now, because without a purpose, you're just lost, drifting, you're adjusting to events. But that is not masculine energy. Masculine energy penetrates, right? It goes after what it wants, and it goes straight. It doesn't go like that. This is feminine energy. It goes everywhere. And we have both. But most men, right, have more masculine energy. So that is where you really want to focus on. Now, the beauty is that semen retention will help you with that. If you don't know your purpose at this moment, take some time with yourself. Journal, write, take lonely walks in forest, right? Go into nature. Don't distract yourself. Don't go on dates. Don't go do stupid stuff. Don't distract yourself with pleasure. No. Take some time. What do you really want? Your purpose could be, I want to quit the dirty websites. That could be your main purpose now. My purpose when I was 18 years old was I want to build the best body possible, right? That was my main thing. And our purpose, it always changes, because once we complete a purpose, right, we enter a phase of, I feel lost now, and a new purpose comes in. That's the bar, that's the way how it goes. But how this connects to semen retention, guys, is that when you're on these long-term semen retention streaks, this will naturally, right, start to blossom. This will naturally come up to the surface. This is what you will naturally crave, because you're no longer interested in pleasure. Over time, you're no longer interested in pleasure. You can clearly see the short-lived happiness you get from it, and the dip you get after it, right? The low, it's like peak, down. But it makes you feel empty, makes you feel drained, and you'll become a weak man, right? It makes you a weak man. A man needs purpose. And I'm just saying this with absolute conviction, because you don't have a purpose if you're not doing something, if you don't challenge yourself every single day. You can, oh man, it's just, it's the must. So guys, I truly hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.